and go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. It is the day after Thanksgiving, an abbreviated session closing at 1 Eastern. And usually I'm not here, but my wife went out shopping and I got to make my money somehow. So I'm here signing into TradeGATEHub. I'm being facetious. I'm here because I have an obligation. And even if I help that one person, I know he's in there. It's even better. Okay. So abbreviated session. The best advice I would give right now, and this is going to be an abbreviated video, is to go to the Red YouTube channel. And the market's open for a couple of hours. I'm actually kind of in the homework phase, if you will, just to see what's coming down on light volume, which is what you want to do on an abbreviated day after a nice run up. So the best thing to do is to go to these old videos and just go watch Coach and I mean, considering last week he had Helene on. I mean, Helene's doesn't need any introduction. David Hunter doesn't need any introduction with his aggressive calls. Although they, haven't been exactly spot on, there's a hell of a foundation behind it. So Monday's the most important, Monday's the most important amount of data that I put out. And by the way, Jack, my nephew, I think is tuning in. So way to go, Jack. Thanks for everything. All right. So videos. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers. So even if half of them are bots, which I doubt they are, we still have 1,000 subscribers and good ones. People are watching the videos. So this is a day where you really want, you don't want to be very proactive. Certainly you don't want to be, taking positions on light volume, because if they go against you and the real volume comes in and on Monday into that analogous move, whether it be up or downside, you're just going to get stuck in a bad position. Like I said all the time, it is a Friday and you usually can't make your month or week on a Friday, but in this type of abbreviated situation, it's a trap day. Like I said, pardon. God, turkey hangover. All right, so thanks for posting. This is how I handled it this morning, and our man Rev Shark always puts it, James. The holiday trading continues, but watch for profit taking and positioning moves. The question is whether the market players will start to anticipate. I'm not saying it is a pullback or on Monday before we wrap up. And even I'm not saying there is a pullback, but any type of pullback that you want to say for the third time, it's one you want to have it that's been acting well above the indices and the moving averages, and previously have good volume on some sort of a breakout, but certainly a light volume pullback on their respective stock that I may be speaking about in a second is what you would want to see, as I said right here. Okay, Helene, the bulls, the bears, Tesla, a couple of charts from our friend Trend Spider. Pardon, is an Apple bounce or break. Another chart that I posted from our friends on Trend Spider. There's the IWM, there's the SPY, and there's the Qs. So is it a matter of time for one of them to catch up? Or if, the Dow stocks would have been the strongest, driven by DuPont and Caterpillar and IBM and all those type of stocks. So maybe the Qs has some catching up to do. Or the right thing to do is maybe play a little relative strength. It's yet to be determined. It's certainly not going to determine that on this type of Friday. IWM and small caps. First of all, blow up the chart. You can. Is this the time it goes above it? Seasonality seems to be abating as we get into December. There's a tax loss selling. There's a lot of readjustment, and you know what? It doesn't really matter because it comes out to this bar again. Stock picking. That's what it boils down to. All right. Array. I feel about Array, one of our larger positions, and I'm pumping it. It might just break it. It might break down and it might, hold with this level and come back down. I'm not saying it, but it's one of our larger position. Amazon, Gerard likes to post that. Insider seeing another, you basically go through this on yourself. MANU. That was a stock we should have had. I'm actually short a little bit on the third day up, profit taking into the weekend. In my opinion, we should have had it long. Here's the chart on MANU. I don't know why we didn't have it long, because, you take charts like this. It is the third day up. My opinion on MANU is who's going to take over Manchester United when the World Cup's going on? Isn't that like a cardinal sin? It's almost like announcing, I don't know, who's the best out there? Bruce Springsteen's retirement, the day that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff has an induction, but Manchester United, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm short if I'm right. Oh, it did print lower too. I'm short if I'm right around. This is what I shorted Manchester United, and why it's not the best trade. But you know what? It's my third day up rule. Here's 1 day up, 2 day up, 3 day up. I wasn't the putz that was shorting it over here. I basically, after a run from 1278 to 2192, I think the fact that my average price, and I just started to even nibble in it right here at 22.39. I'm actually up in the position somehow, but I should have covered. I'm looking for under 20. I just don't think it's a weekend. The hype is over. The premiums based, I don't know how much of a premium's into this. I'm going to really look at it or ask my connections, my peers, if you will, on Activision. Good question on what this is going on. I'd like it to close under 20 maybe. And if it goes any higher, I'm not going to, this is why I tried it, by the way, or I'm in it. It was this line right here. This like almost head and shoulders. Here was a breakout, this right here, almost like then a head and shoulders. So I picked this spot, 22, whatever it was. My first spot was right here, these double lines here. 21.93, or went a little above against me, and I thought that would be the stop. Once people had stops where that price was, then they took it up a little higher. My price is whatever. It's, it has the action, price action. If there's better trades, if Gina, one of these trades is not for you, that's the case. Don't get in these trades, but they are volatile. All right, getting back into it. Long Island upgrade. Billy, Activision, more downside. I didn't see that question, G. Sorry about that. Activision, more downside. You know what? I don't really, this is what I'm looking at when Gerard asked the question. I don't really know. This is obviously something is going on more than price action. Well, you know what? I was sharing the whole screen the wrong time, was I? Share the proper screen right here. This is Activision. I didn't see Gerard. This is a story stock with Microsoft, so it's not really for me. Let me go back. If I was sharing those charts, I was. We'll go through it again if I wasn't. All right. There's Manu. Could have been somebody. This is gonna breaks down 20. I got a monitor. I think I got 6,000 shares or something. What are you gonna do? Okay, what else is acting good? Let's go to the long-term charts. DuPont, Dow stock, Caterpillar, Dow stock, IBM, Dow stock. What else do we have here? Basically paints the picture of what's going on. And basically I'm being redundant about what I've said all week. What else is going on? Boeing, new one. Boeing, cup and handle breaking out now. No, best of breed, if you will. Boeing's breaking out. What else is it? JP Morgan. These are all the Dow stocks. Look at this. No wonder. And here's the chart on the ETF, XLI. So, they're rotating. I don't know if the Qs have to catch up. IWM, certainly on right there as well. But so it's, the situation really is to short the weak ones and not short the Dow. It's buy the Dow on dips. Look at this Home Depot, another one. They had a chance to knock it down. They didn't. Do Walmart. I wanted to short it this morning. Just as a trade. I'm not saying it's going back to pre-recession lows. I think it did go negative at one point, but that was it. It's a no play. It's a no play. And why would it be? It should be a no play on a day like this. Let me go back to the on a half day, trying to short $150 stock. That's then you're gonna be stuck here. All right, so there's the chart. There's the chart on all the Dow stocks that I wanted to post. Qs, is this time different? Blow the chart up, study it. Boom, right there. You can draw that line. Draw a line on any chart. On Yahoo Finance, you can draw a chart like that. All right, tactical sentiment is warming up. Hedge funds have no exposures. They covered a lot. They're still basically flat. So we're approaching the upper end of a range-bound market. That's no surprise. The real next binary move is going to be December 13th. I think it is a major next Fed meeting. So, it's right here. Sweeper activity and stock picking. Right here. Continue to believe that individual names are better placed to look for opportunities than the indices. So I say it 1,000 times. It doesn't mean he's right. It doesn't mean I'm right, but it's showing right now. All right. Goldman Sachs, I posted what they had to say. MS Quant, that same thing. Jobas, he's always peaking in, especially on a Friday. There's the wave. Another one. Okay, the Dow is now 9% above its 50-day. That's huge, actually. And let's look at it. Let's look at at least the XLI. And the 50-day is the blue line. And it's very rare that above the blue line, here's the blue line. It's very like here. Here's the blue line here, the double dip. It's about the same where it did last time it pulled back. It's yet to be determined. And the day it does, short the red ones. Because, the Apple's in the Dow. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean that that it necessarily all the Dow stocks go down. Hold on. We'll finish off in this abbreviated session. All right. See if Cap and Break, Stone Pegs, BE looks good, Gerard. These are the three stocks that I suggest them to buy, at least today, to nibble on the long term. And I like Newmont Mining, even though Coach says to buy it at 42, back up the truck. I have a position, it goes to 42. I will back up the truck. Why? Because it fits. Coach said so, and Coach said so. No, it fits. And I understand. His BE, everybody knows that one of our biggest stocks, and I went through it before in TradeGATEHub, is Array, ARRY. I like it. I wish it. I wish it was going up on lower volume, because then it has more of that spring shot in it. But certainly it looks very good. And the other one is Pulte Homes, and the home builder are acting very well. There's DHI and there's Lennar. That's all you have to see. And I think PH Home, which I believe Tepper is one of Tepper's biggest funds. I like this Pulte Homes. So I brought up those couple of charts and I'm looking at. Thank you for Gerard. Thank you for Gerard giving your opinion, thinking BE looks the best. He's probably right, because it's in the solar sector along with RRA. Coop, all right. With a smoke, there's Coop. Coupa Software had a rumor that was going to be bought on Friday. Now you know what? Even if it's not a rumor, maybe there's no more overhead supply, because it broke a couple of moving averages, had good volume. So the shorts are out. Now it's almost like neutral, if you will, for Coop. So let's see how the rest of the stocks act. You is another one that I really like here, that I'm probably going to buy or add on a dip. I don't own that in the fund. You know what? I don't. No, I don't. My eggnog. I'm starting early. So let's go see what the wise guy is doing, because anything today is on the shortened day, again, to be redundant, it has to be done with volume. There's no volume, not interested. Okay. What's going on here? FCX bearish, IWM bearish. Is the wave going to play out? We don't know. Turning up. So IWM bearish and FCX. Q's bullish, FCX, NTX, repeat activity in the takeout target is already taken over. Piton, they're taking up the dog. BB, they're taking up. This says right there. Look right here. Piton and BlackBerry. So they're trying to pull some fancy stuff on a thin day. Here's the most important thing right here. What's up the next week, so we can plan. Powell speaks next Wednesday. Here's our calendar. And we have this. What's on tap for next week? Our economic events. Earnings, what do we have? CRD, a couple of things, Credit Suisse, some conferences. I always post these. I post them. It's part of my plan. Earnings after the close, BIG. So this is, you know what? They're winding down, but there's some sexy things. Ulta, PD, Path, Marvell, IoT. One of my early fund trades, IoT. And you know what? It didn't act well. I was a believer in what it had going forward. I think I was building it right here. 15. I liked it, through the flag, broke out, volume, and then I sold it. The same one with DLO. I had a position in DLO at one point. I like this thing. I had a lot of it. 26, I think I sold it at 24. All right, so let's go back and what else do we have? Asan, Lewis. Lewis wanted to short Asan the other day on that pop NASDAQ up. I think it was what? 21? No, it was 19, Lewis. Asan, when you want. No, 21 right here. When you wanted to short it. Lewis didn't short it. That was a nice short too, idea. 23 right back to 17. All right, so I'll leave there. Wise guys. And then I'm going to run. Okay. I'll obviously post this. What's up on deck? Las Vegas Sands having option plays. I like it. Okay, PTD, BTU bullish, one of our positions. Wendy's. So nothing's really going on as of now. What's going on here? My Twitter feed. What's going on in my news feed? Let's blow this up. This is the news feed I use. IRDM, CLH. So you see how slow of a day it is? It's right now, it's 11:20 a.m. And I have an active news feed. The last post is 11:02. Says it right there. Never sure, adult market is MAU. Am I getting back in this thing? MANU, is it under 22? Giddy up. All right. ENC halted. What else? By the way, you have to follow this guy, Swing Trade Bot. Does all the work for you. 20-day support. Rose above previous day's high. Relative strength. What's the one? BBC Pizza, not interested. Another one he's doing 20-day support, very important. I use the 20-day short term. Nothing. You know what I mean? It's that type of day. It's 11:30. You didn't make anything now. You're probably not going to make it later. As Manu, is this bastard coming in? All right, here's the Manu. Do I have it? Here's the look on Manu. Now it's yeah, now I got it. The breaks at 21. Here's the 4-minute chart, 5-minute chart. Let's go there. You know what I mean? Comes down to here, breaks it up, covered under 20, hopefully. You know, I'll walk away. Where is that? Oh, the previous high right here is 2082. The previous break high. So 2086 is the line on the sand for the stock. Goes below 2086. I think it blows 20. If it takes a long time not to get there, I'm going to get out of it and I'll scratch it or just take a little money off the table. Oh, England versus UA. England versus USA today, 2:00. Oy. AMD puts. All right. Any questions? All right. Jack, love you, kid. Everybody have a good weekend. Have a plan. I'll start posting things Sunday night because it was we were off on Thursday and it's a slow day today, Friday. More information is going to come out because it's slower and we could process more. So, pardon me. I'll put my Monday morning data out on Sunday evening so everybody can digest it, for lack of a better term. For those that are on, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a nice holiday. There's a lot still left in the year. Our mantra is it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And certainly there's a month left of trading. It seems like good trading. And we're here to walk you through it and make you money and at least point you through the process along the way. We're always open to comments, complaints, and first of all,